Many GMAT aspirants are worried about when they answer the GMAT online exam. How is the exam monitored? Who is the one that monitors it? The data is saved. How is the misconduct reported? Is there any fine? Is there any punishment? And what is allowed, what is not allowed? If these are your questions, then you have reached the right video. Hi guys, my name is Pratik Joshi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be speaking about the GMAT proctor that you have an interaction with for the online exam, the GMAT online exam. So yeah, we are going to be answering all the questions related to it, like a small guide or a help, which whatever your questions are, this video will definitely take care of that. So without wasting much time, let's get started. Question number 1. Who is a proctor? So basically anyone can be a proctor. The answer is that you have two types of proctors. You have a human proctor and the second one is an AI proctor. AI proctor, obviously, you have an algorithm that watches you through the camera, notices everything from your facial expressions to the way you write, the way you behave, your environment, everything, and based on that, if there are any outliers, anything that is different, then it reports that. In terms of a human proctor, this will be a person, it can be anyone including me. Let's say that I've registered with them as a proctor. So you may be answering the exam, let's say from India, but your proctor might be from UK, US, Germany, wherever. This person will make sure that first of all he makes you understand that you are in for an exam. Secondly, a very understanding people who tell you what to do, how to do, if there are any issues, if there are any changes, warnings, all of that they make sure they provide it to you. And if there are any issues that are occurring during the exam, they will make sure that you know about what is happening and when your warnings are and all of that. Question number 2. How do these guys monitor? So basically your phone or your camera of the laptop, your PC, webcam, and all the other things, these are their ears and eyes. So basically the webcam or the camera becomes their eyes. The speaker, the microphone that the laptop and the computers have and the phones have, they become the ears. So whatever you mumble, whatever you say during the exam, that is picked up. Whatever you behave, whatever is seen behind, that is visible in the exam. So that is how basically they observe everything. Coming to the third part or the third major question, Pratik, what happens before the exam? So basically there is a verification process that takes place. So don't worry about it. First of all, when you log into your mba.com website, you will see the link there to start the exam. Once you start the exam, on your screen you will be given certain instructions. For that you will need your phone. Okay, so yes, the setup or the initial verification takes time. You will need your phone because from your phone they will ask you for your ID, the ID and you as a person, that will be checked. Second is based using your phone, they will ask to give you the pictures of the entire room. So let's say that now this is how I'm answering the exam, then this is the back. They will tell you show the front, show the side, show this side, show the top, show bottom, everything. Basically everything will be captured. This can be done in the form of a phone or in they will tell you to do it with the laptop as well. So anything is possible. So basically it's based on the instructions that is given on the screen. Finally, they will give you a certain set of instructions, like if there are any let's say this is the environment and if there was a big cupboard here and there are books here and all, then they'll say ki empty the books, the closet has to be empty. If there's any kind of like material that has to be removed, if there are any drawers or anything, the drawers have to be empty. And let's say I'm sitting here, within my hand reach, whatever is there within my hand reach, there cannot be anything that will help me during the exam. There cannot be pen, paper, any form of tech as well, phone, nothing can be there within my hand's reach. That is for sure. Your phone, I think altogether has to be in a different room. I particularly remember because the proctor had asked me to keep it in a different room. So that is there. Finally, the sound. The sound also, they have a very particular thing that when you are answering the exam, you cannot speak out anything, you cannot fumble, you cannot create noise or something like that. They are very particular about it. Also, let's say that you are answering your exam in this way and let's say that if this is how you're answering the exam, and just for 1 or 2 questions you just do like this or you do like this, they observe everything. You will be given one warning, and after that, if still you continue to do that, then they will finally terminate the exam, or they will say that you have the proctoring has failed or something like that, and in that case you have to re-register or re-answer your exam and something. So finally all those proceedings are there in the form of a mail. Next part is during the exam. What happens during the exam? So obviously when you are answering that particular section, before the section the proctor will say, show me your whiteboard, and the whiteboard has to be clean. You have to rub it and you have to show the whiteboard. Before every section starts and ends, you have to show the whiteboard. Keep it down, answer it. You cannot keep changing the position of your whiteboard, like example, I started do it here, keep it here, keep it here. That cannot be the case. It has to be at a particular position which is comfortable for you also. What do they monitor? Whatever is there on screen, like whatever you're seeing on screen right now, that is what they will be monitoring, and in terms of the sound, they'll be picking that sound as well. If let's say you do something funny, in that case you will be given a warning. Now the warning is pretty, like they'll speak throughout. From the speakers there'll be sound that will come out saying that, hey, this is something like not acceptable and stuff. So that is something that you need to pick up on. Let's say what happens if there is a technical glitch. So if there is a technical glitch, obviously at the start of the exam the internet speed, everything is checked, but in case there is some issue, then you are given a certain time for you to establish your internet connection back. If the internet connection is not established in that particular time, then the proctor will suspend that particular exam and tell you to answer the exam within a certain period number of days. So don't worry, it's not like your internet is not there, suddenly everything will go and it will be blank screen and stuff. So there's a proper process where the proctor will tell you that this is the issue, don't worry, register again and re-answer the exam. If you are re-answering the exam because of a technical issue, like a technical glitch or something like that, then you do not have to pay the money of the exam again. Remember that. Now after the exam, what happens basically after the exam? So once your sections are done, you have to show the whiteboard, and after that on the screen the exam will be completed. Once that's completed, from my experience itself, the proctor had not spoken to me after the exam. It was just like the exam is completed, and now if you answer the exam in 2025, 2026, you will get your score, the unofficial score on your screen. So I'm pretty sure you'll get to know what you have scored and everything, and from there your exam will finally end. I do not particularly think that there will be a conversation that how was your exam, it went well, it went this, these are the things that are flagged, I don't think that will happen. It didn't happen with me for sure, so that's what I can tell you from my experience. But if you really want to know how that experience happens, then in that case I think it will depend from person to person, proctor to proctor in that case, but mostly I don't think there is a conversation that takes place at the end of the exam. Now, speaking about finally, what are the things that you can do to make sure your interaction and your relationship with the proctor is at a good level? Is first is make sure you check your equipments, the laptop that you're using for answering the exam, the phone that you're using to click pictures, make sure it is working condition. The internet, whatever you're using, that has a good limit, speed, mouse that you're using is it can be used, all of that. Please make sure the tech that you are using is sufficiently good. Second, do not indulge in wrongdoings, do not cheat, do not fall into the temptation of if I do this I'll keep something here and there and then whatever. Why simply put your effort that you have put in studying all of that into a dump by doing such cheap things? I don't think anyone should do that. Answer the exam judiciously, keep a moral compass somewhere and answer the exam without any wrongdoings. That is what I would recommend. And they pick up each and everything from your camera and your microphone, so be very careful. Next, also the room. Your room also plays a very important part. It has to be well lit, the things behind. Don't make sure you're sitting in the library with books around and everything. Make sure there's a simple table, there's a wall behind you, there's nothing there. And in the front also make sure there are as less things as possible in there. If there are some things like books and all, then make sure the books are put in a different room. At least during the exam, make sure that there's nothing in the vicinity of your test taking place that will affect somewhere that proctor's confidence that okay, this guy might cheat. So make sure that is there. Also, whichever room that you are sitting in, make sure it is away from disturbance. If you are answering in your house and at the side you have a cousin, you have a party going on, or you have someone who has come to stay who is banging your door and loud music is going on, that is something, a big red flag that the proctor looks out for. And my final tip to you, no matter what, please keep your calm, be cool, no matter what happens. Make sure, honestly, whatever you feel, you tell it to the proctor. If you have any questions, ask the proctor will definitely help you out. And finally, to conclude the video, the baseline advice is the proctor is there not to scare you or not to make things worse for you. He is there, or the software is there to make sure that the exam is answered fairly. Every person answering the GMAT, and that the score that you get of GMAT, that has to hold a certain value. Hence the proctoring is done to make sure that the exam is done in a very fair way. They are there to make sure your experience is as smooth as possible, and trust me, if you work with the proctor and make sure that there are no issues popping out, then in that case I don't think you will have any problems at all during your exam, and your exam can be as smooth as a test center GMAT exam. So yeah, that is it for this video, guys. I hope I was able to help you out in this case. If you have any questions or you want to tell me your journey with the proctor, then don't forget to mention that in the comment section below. Don't forget also to like, share, subscribe. It somewhere helps me keep this channel going. I'll be seeing you for the next video. So until then, be happy, stay safe, and all the best for your prep.